So good morning, and here we are back in Porto Heli, but this time we're taking a ferry, which should arrive just behind me, across to Spetses. And there's no particular story to this, there's no particular intention, it's just a vlog of the next 24 hours. We're staying in Spetses overnight. I'll show you the hotel, maybe a couple of restaurants, and hopefully you'll enjoy. So let's see what happens. So here we are sitting in Petite Cafe. The ferry will arrive here at about 13:30 from Spetses. And then we go at 13:45. It's only 10 minutes, it's not very far. 3 of us going today. I booked the tickets on ferryscanner.com. I'm not endorsing it, I'm just telling you the one I used. It works well. €8.50 per person, one way. Tomorrow, unfortunately, is a ferry strike, so we will be getting a ferry taxi back, which will be a little bit more expensive. But fortunately, from Porto Heli here, they run quite frequently. So off we go from Porto Heli to Spetses. Now this crossing is very quick. It actually only takes about 10 minutes, which is fantastic. But the boat actually arrived in Porto Heli about 25 minutes late. Not that it mattered. We were sitting in a cafe. It was very pleasant. It was beautiful. But here we are in Spetses. Very quick, very easy. But tomorrow there is actually a ferry strike. So I think perhaps there are so many people here getting a ferry today simply because there isn't going to be a ferry tomorrow. But we will get these taxi boats, which you see in front of us, to get back to Porto Heli tomorrow. Again, 10-minute trip, but rather more expensive, I think. So it'd be rude not to have a quick refreshment before we check into the hotel. Hotel Roumani, right here on the port front. Fantastic. I only booked it about 12 hours ago. Use booking.com. Again, not affiliated, just mentioning it because it worked very well. So let's have a look inside. So here we are. Hotel Roumani, right on the port. It's just a little room. Nothing particularly fancy. I booked it very much at the last minute. Cost €87, which I don't think is too bad, actually. Especially in mid-September, and you can see Spetses. We get a bit of a view. We're right by the harbour, so it's not actually too bad for €87 a night. I think I've done worse. Not bad at all. Typical Greek room. So we actually came here to see some friends, Linda and Alexandra and Theo, who are here now, and I think it might be a busy afternoon on the beer, so forgive me if things get a little bit unfocused, shall we say. So after a few beers, it seems like a good idea to climb to the top of a monastery. So off we go. And my shoelace is already undone.
Do you want to do it up?
Yeah. Very pretty. Beautiful, isn't it? So here we are at the end. Half an hour's climb. Beer's worn off. Maybe not such a good idea. So inside is a nunnery. Now, out of respect, I'm not going to film in here. But it's very beautiful. Now finished at the nunnery, walking down the hill, which is better than walking up the hill, and some beautiful views here. And back into town. Definitely sobered up now. So the sun's going down and you can see absolutely beautiful. The mainland there beyond, not very far at all, a couple of kilometres maximum. You could probably swim that if you needed to, and we might need to tomorrow because it's a ferry strike. But I think the taxi boats are running. Just fabulous. The light at this time of night in Greece, August, September, amazing. Beautiful here as at night falls. You can see the light is just amazing. And Spetses has a good few shops actually. You can see some smart like those here, some not so smart. Some good supermarkets, not too expensive. So if you have self-catering or you want to come a little bit cheaper, it's a good place for you. But it is very smart, as you can see. Very nice. And we are actually going to dinner now. We're going to walk around the corner here. And Spetses town goes quite a long way down here. There's a statue of Bouboulina down here. Now, if you continue along here, you actually come to more hotels and quite a few beaches. And actually Spetses has a lot of beaches, but they're just not really in Spetses town itself. You have to go outside the town, and you can do that easily. Either hire a bicycle or maybe a scooter, or get a taxi. But there is more to Spetses than Spetses town. And on the left here we have the Poseidon Hotel, probably the most famous hotel in Spetses. But you can see, beautiful. And we're going to have dinner on this terrace with our friends, which is a bit of a treat. Not something I have to say I would normally do, but it's lovely to be here, and this time of evening, absolutely gorgeous. And maybe you can see there's a beautiful Greek bride here having her photos done. Fantastic dress. My wife was raving about her dress. Such a nice dress, and such a nice place to do this. Just amazing. And at the end of dinner, a very nice dinner. I really enjoyed it. In Poseidon Hotel here in Spetses. And looking beautiful tonight, I have to say. This is where A Glass Onion was filmed. If anyone's watched that, over Knives Out mystery with Daniel Craig. I want to try it. And we could go to Costas, which is 30 euros. But then we've got to get a taxi. And I just can't be bothered with it. And a little bit of breakfast included in the 87 euro price. So here we are, a lovely Greek breakfast. It doesn't get much better than this, I have to say. Spanakopita, gyropita, some chocolate croissants, a little bit of mortadella, a coffee, and a fabulous view. Pretty damn nice for a morning. Not bad mid-September, really. So, today is a ferry strike, unfortunately. But we have these lovely taxi boats here, which we are now going to take across the water to Porto Heli. Now you can go to two places. You can go to Costas, which is about 30 euros, or you can go to Porto Heli, which is a lot further, and unfortunately is about 80 euros. But we have our car at Porto Heli, and we can't be bothered to faff around. So we are going to hopefully get a taxi over to Porto Heli. We'll talk with this gentleman here and see how it goes. So here we go. 80 euros, as I said. Ella Roumani. Here we are back in Porto Heli, just coming into where the ferry would normally be. I do have a video on Porto Heli if you're interested, but we're going to dock in a minute and get off and drive home. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video. It's a bit different to what I normally do. I just thought I'd take you along as we're going to an island, and we don't do that too often. So hopefully you enjoyed. Watch some of my other videos, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much.